On The Urbanist, we're always asking what makes a city truly livable. This September, find some answers in Barcelona as Monocle hosts its annual Quality of Life conference. 3 days of panels, ideas and good conversation with global mayors, architects and policy pioneers, all over good food and a glass of something local. Find out more and book your seat at monocle.com/conference.
One of the most beautiful and historically significant hotels in Estonia sits on the beachfront in the spa town of Pärnu. The property opened in 1937 and has hosted everyone from government members to millionaires. You're listening to Tall Stories, a Monocle production brought to you by the team behind The Urbanist. I'm Andrew Tuck. In this episode, Petri Burtsoff takes us to an essential site of his summer vacations past and an important figure in Estonian hospitality.
Rannahotell first opened its doors in 1937, during a time when Estonia was carving out its own identity between East and West. Designed by Olev Siinmaa, Pärnu's visionary city architect, the hotel was a triumph of functionalism, a style that prioritized simplicity and practicality over ornament. But in Siinmaa's hands, that simplicity took on an almost poetic quality. The hotel was imagined as a ship run aground, ready to set sail again at any moment. Its whitewashed facade gleams in the sunlight, a play of straight lines and gentle curves that evoke the streamlined glamour of 1930s ocean liners. Horizontal bands of balconies stretch along the building, their curved edges echoing the swell of the waves just beyond the beach. Long rows of windows catch the reflections of the Baltic Sea, pulling the horizon right into the heart of the building. Even today, when you stand at the water's edge and look back at Rannahotell, it feels like a vessel about to slip its moorings and drift out to sea. This was no accident. Siinmaa, who also designed many of Pärnu's villas and the famed mud baths building, believed that architecture should echo the world around it. In Rannahotell, he gave Estonia a beacon of modernism that felt completely at home in this Nordic Riviera, a phrase still used to describe Pärnu's sun-drenched summers and carefree holiday spirit. Back in the 1930s, the hotel quickly became the focal point of this blossoming resort town. Estonia's first president, Konstantin Päts, personally supported the project, seeing it as a way to show the world that Estonia was modern, confident, and ready to take its place among Europe's great destinations. But the optimism of those years was short-lived. When the Soviet occupation arrived, the hotel's elegant rooms were requisitioned as a holiday retreat for Soviet officers. Pärnu's beaches became off-limits to locals, watched over by guards wary of anyone trying to slip away across the water. Rannahotell was converted into a sanatorium, a far cry from the carefree holidays of the 1930s. Yet even in those years, the building's distinctive silhouette remained a silent testament to another time. Its modernist lines, so different from the heavy Soviet architecture that would come later, were a quiet reminder of Estonia's pre-war independence and the spirit of a young nation finding its voice. It's said that during those decades of occupation, many older Estonians would look at Rannahotell and remember the summers of their youth, a flicker of hope that never quite went out. When Estonia regained its independence in 1991, Rannahotell was waiting, ready to be reborn. Extensive renovations in the early 1990s and again in 2016 restored its original elegance. Careful attention was paid to every detail. The curved balconies were reconstructed to Siinmaa's specifications. The long, horizontal facade kept true to its 1930s profile. Even the interiors were returned to their functionalist roots, with the muted color palette and clean, unadorned surfaces that let the architecture itself shine. Today, Rannahotell is a protected building, an officially recognized monument to Estonia's past and a symbol of its future. Each of its 55 rooms still faces the sea, a design choice that speaks to both the hotel's connection to the landscape and Siinma's belief in functional beauty. The lobby bar remains a time capsule of 1930s style, its wood-paneled walls and period details evoking the quiet luxury of that golden age. But for all its beauty, Rannahotell is more than just a charming relic of the past. It's become a symbol of something larger. It speaks to Estonia's ability to endure, to carry forward the best of its history, even through decades of upheaval. Every time it's renovated, it's the country's presidents who come to reopen it, a gesture that ties this hotel to the broader story of the nation itself. For older Estonians, Rannahotell is a memory, a glimpse of how things were before the war and occupation. For younger generations, it's a lesson in how architecture can reflect the values of its time while still feeling relevant today. And for visitors, it's a chance to step into a piece of living history, to wake up with the Baltic sunrise streaming through those long windows, to walk along the balconies that curve like the deck of a ship, to feel that sense of openness and possibility that has defined this building since it first opened. In the end, Rannahotell is a testament to the power of architecture to capture a moment in time, and to the quiet strength of a country that refused to let its culture and history be erased. As you stand on the beach, watching the sunset behind this elegant white ship on land, you're reminded that buildings, like people, have stories to tell. And Rannahotell's story is one of survival, of beauty, and of the deep, enduring connection between place and identity.
Tall Stories is a Monocle production from the team behind The Urbanist. This episode was written by Petri Burtsoff and produced and edited by David Stevens. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast to receive new episodes every week. I'm Andrew Tuck. Goodbye, and thank you for listening, City Lovers.